up, guys? Stacy Blackwood here and Jake Thomas with Tie Talk Live, powered by Believe Network for our instant reaction show to Alabama getting beat 28-7 in the SEC championship game by the Georgia Bulldogs. Ugly is what the thumbnail says, and I think that's about the only word you can use to describe today's performance from the Crimson Tide. Let's just get all the like, share, subscribe, download, follow, whatever you got to do. Let's just get right down to the action. Jump in the comments, jump in the live chat. We want to hear from you guys. I know there's probably thousands of other, uh, channels going live right now to react to this game. So we want to hear from you guys. Make sure you jump in the live chat and give us your thoughts. I guess we'll go ahead and just go to this comment. Why didn't Coach pull Ty? I mean, for what? For who? For a guy who's never played a significant snap in his life, I don't agree with pulling a quarterback who's got nearly a 70% completion percentage on the season, nearly 30 touchdown passes, and only turned it over about 5 or 6 times all year. I'm not pulling him. I'm not making a knee jerk reaction to pull the quarterback. It's not if he was the only problem, then yeah, but he's not the only problem.
No, there's a multitude of problems on that offense.
I mean, how about I know we scored on the drive. How about Ryan Williams catch the pass in the end zone? How about there at the end of the game, Jeremy Bernard catch the pass in the end zone?
Yeah.
I know it was too little too late, but I mean, can we help a guy out? Can we not allow pressure in his face every single time he drops back to pass the ball?
And the one for Jeremy Bernard, I mean, it was right in his chest. You can't throw a ball any better than that.
And once again, he was running for his life. I mean, had to run about 40 yards just to escape the pressure to even make a throw. So, I mean, we can't pretend like it's all Ty Simpson's fault.
No.
And let's just I want to get to like I said, the thumbnail says ugly. So let's just talk about what was ugly in this game. And I want to lay out obviously special teams. And I'm not just talking about the block punt. I'm talking about something that Cole Adams done that from the moment you start playing football, tackle football, you're taught to do as a punt returner. You put your heels on the 10-yard line, and anything past the 10-yard line, you let drop.
Right.
Instead, you tried to field it inside the 5, and you nearly cost us the possession of the ball. And you put us in terrible field position. Yeah, maybe they down the punt inside the 5, but make them make that play. Don't fair catch it inside the 10-yard line. That is football 101. So 2 special teams blunders. One cost us a touchdown, and basically the other one ended up costing us a touchdown too because we end up going for it on 4th down, which leads me to another ugly, is the decision to go for it on 4th and 2 inside the 15-yard line with 8 minutes to go in the game in a 2-possession game.
Yeah. There's still plenty of time left.
Still plenty of time left. Anything can happen. Punt the ball, play some defense. Maybe they muff the punt.
Right.
But it's very frustrating. And I want to give all the credit in the world to Georgia. They come out and played, and they did a good job. But Alabama just could not get out of their own way. Sorry, go ahead, Jake. You hadn't even said a word yet.
No, you good, man. You good. I understand. But yeah, that's the last couple of weeks. It seems like that's been the issue offensively. It's just we just can't get out of our own way. But all season long we've had issues on the offensive line. I mean, it's been mitch and match here, there, and nothing's really stuck besides maybe the left side. It seems like now Michael Carroll is getting the go at right tackle with Formby at guard, but it still wasn't the best today. So I don't know what the answer is on the offensive line, and then the drop passes, and our receivers are not getting separation. I don't know if it's the routes or it's just that they just don't have any speed. Well, I don't know what it is. They just they're not helping Ty be successful, and then the lack of running game as well.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel Hill dropped 2 passes. A.K. Deere dropped a pass out of the backfield. I mean, Ryan Williams dropped a pass. Jeremy Bernard dropped a pass. Caleb Edwards dropped a pass, but hey, let's blame Ty Simpson for all those too.
Right.
Was that 5 or 6 passes?
That was 1, 2, 3, 2. Yeah, 5, 6. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, so that's why and if you were in our Discord, everybody in there but me was wanting Ty to be pulled, and that's fine. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But if it was just Ty, then yeah, go for it. And if Ty hadn't played good all year long, then go for it. But I mean, it's it's hard. He's played 5 straight defenses now in the SEC that are top 10 defenses in the country, and we're not doing anything on the offensive side of the ball, whether it's play calling, whether it's in the running game, whether it's drop passes by the receivers to help our quarterback.
Right.
So it's not just as simple as saying, "Oh, let's put a new quarterback in."
Yeah.
Maybe that'll help the receivers not drop the ball. Maybe that'll help the offensive line block better.
Right.
Maybe that'll help Ryan Grubb not design plays that are 40 yards downfield when the opposing team is bringing 7, 8 guys every time, and you're not doing anything to
Mhm.
the quarterback.
Mhm. Yeah.
And so it's so easy to say, "Hey, put in a new quarterback," but Ty Simpson is by and far the least troublesome part of the Alabama offense.
Yeah.
He's
For
not
sure.
without blame. There's no question about it. He's not without blame. He's got to play better,
Mhm.
but just to act like it's a simple solution of playing a different quarterback is extremely short-sighted.
So, he went 19 to 39 today, but we just talked about 6 drop passes. So, I mean, that would add 6 there. So, I mean, it looks a little bit more
Yeah, it looked a
meaningful.
little more respectable.
Right. But yeah, you know, everybody has some blame into this
Absolutely.
offensively. And
Absolutely.
but
That's
Mhm.
why it bothers me when everybody's wanting to pull the quarterback when I mean, go back to the 4th down call, Jake.
Yeah.
The 4th and 2 where we go for it on 4th and 2 inside the freaking 15-yard line, only down 2 possessions and over 8 minutes left to go in the game.
Mhm.
That's dumb by DeBoer, no
Right.
question about it.
Yeah.
2 things. It's 3rd and 2. If you know you're gonna go for it on 4th down, how about trying to run the ball and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down?
Right.
If you know you're gonna have another down to get the 1st down anyway.
Yep.
And then on 4th down, you call a 5-yard out to the opposite side of the field, the wide side of the field where your quarterback, you need 2 yards for a 1st down, and
2 yards.
you call a play where your quarterback's first look is a throw to the opposite side of the field that the ball has to travel 40 yards in the air before it even arrives to the receiver, and you need 2 yards for the 1st down.
Right.
Why is that the play?
Yeah. Makes no sense.
Makes no sense. Makes no sense. And so it was just a series of blunders for Alabama in this game.
Mhm.
Just and like I said, I don't want to take anything away from Georgia, but
Right.
Alabama's self-inflicted wounds all day long.
Well, I was going to say before we move over to that point, Stacy, was, you know, we stopped running the ball. We talked about before we come on here in the second half, we're down. It's 14-0 game.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
anybody's game, anything can happen.
Right. And I don't even think we rushed the ball at all in the second half, maybe like twice. I
Maybe
mean, Daniel Hill had 4 carries, AK Deer had 3. Remember, no Jam Miller. So there's no stats for Jam Miller. There's no Kevin Riley. That is what our running backs today.
7 carries.
7 carries between the running backs.
That's unacceptable.
Very unacceptable.
I don't care if you're down by 40 at halftime. You got to run it more than 7 freaking times.
Yes, for sure. I mean, that is insane. And again, that's a grub thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know if how to fix that. I mean, it's him. He's going to have to do it, but maybe scheme a little bit differently on the running game to get it going a little bit better. I mean, get outside the tackle box, do something. I really thought Daniel Hill inside of the first couple of carries, I think the very first carry he had like 5 yards, 5 or 6 yards out of it.
Our
And
first two plays of the game were runs up the middle. We get to a 3rd and 2, and we
yeah,
decide to run a kind of a semi-reverse to
yeah,
Lotzier Brooks. That's stupid.
and he got drilled.
That's stupid.
Yeah, it is.
You literally just picked up 8 yards on 2 carries right off the gut, and then you decide, to run a. It's not really a trick play, but to run a gimmicky play.
Right. Yeah.
That's the problem with Grubb.
Makes no sense. Makes no sense. But
Go ahead.
I wanted to bring up on the defensive side. You look at what they did when Georgia had to play from, like, say, their 25-yard line and move the ball. They didn't move the ball that great. Now
Right.
Alabama, the reason Georgia scored was that 4th and 2 play, like we talked about, inside our 15. That was one score. The special teams little block punt, that was another one. And then I think Georgia returned another punt that to like the 35 or 40, which gave them good field position. The point is, every time this defense, or the offense or / special teams gave up a big play or a turnover and set Georgia up well, is when they got their scores. If Georgia had to move the ball the entire length of the field, they didn't against this defense. Yeah. This defense is still clicking and is playing really well right now, and it's just frustrating because if the offense can match the intensity level and execution of this defense, this Alabama team is dangerous, and I still think they can be, but it just has not clicked yet offensively.
Yep, and just can't get out of our own way. Just cannot get out of our own way.
Yep.
Trina. Shout out to Trina, one of our channel members. Thank you for the support.
Thank you, Trina.
We talked about the quarterback thing. I don't think a backup quarterback is going to solve the problems of dropping passes and not protecting the quarterback. Tuskegee says, will Ty be the quarterback moving forward? Should he? I think he's going to go pro because I think he's still going to be a first-round pick. Yeah. I mean, he's moving on to the NFL,
and I think that he would probably. I still think Alabama gets in the playoffs.
Yeah, I want to get somebody.
Yeah.
There it is. What y'all think? I still think we get in.
Yeah.
Because there's a few different reasons. Obviously, if you punish a team who had to play in their who was in the playoffs before the conference championship weekend because they have to play in the conference championship game, then that's setting a very, very bad precedent.
Right.
Especially if it's an SEC team or a Big Ten team.
Yeah.
Well, I get the emotional response, but it's a season. The playoff is a season reward, not a conference championship game reward.
Right. Here's the thing. Outside of week one, you take week one out of the schedule because everybody knows what happens. From week 2 on, this is what Alabama did. They beat a Vandy team who is on the outside looking in right now, and they pretty much handled them. At the time, Missouri was in the top 25, and if their quarterback wouldn't have got hurt, I think they would have probably won a couple more of their games.
Right.
Tennessee kind of fell off, but at the time they was a top 25 team. So really the only
go on the road and beat Georgia.
Go on the road and beat Georgia and Athens at night. And no other team has done that in like 3 years. Alabama did it.
33-game home winning streak.
33-game home winning streak. And then Oklahoma, you put up over 400-plus yards of total offense. This same offense we just talked about having a terrible game today, put up over 400 yards against a top 10 defense.
The best defense in the country.
Right. And only lost that game by 2.
Yeah.
So outside of week 1, the 2 losses have come to a 2-point loss to Oklahoma and today in the SEC championship game.
Yeah. And a lot of the momentum early in that game got shifted because of a special teams blunder.
Right. Yep.
And that happens. It happens all the time in the SEC championship game. And right. To answer this, Trina, I want to be in the playoff. I don't care if we get blown out or not. I want to be in the playoff.
Yeah.
Because if you're in the playoff, you know what you got a chance of winning?
The national championship.
The whole dang thing. You know how you don't have a chance of winning it? If you don't get in it.
Yep. And like I said,
anything can happen.
Right.
Anything can happen.
Yeah. Well, Alabama's trending downward.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yes, that is
That's fair.
fair. Yeah. But
Not
defensively,
defensively. Not
no.
defensively.
Alabama defensively is playing championship football right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
If we can just get half of a good offense, this defense is good enough to carry us to, through a few games for sure.
Right.
Now, probably later as we get deeper in the playoffs, we're going to have to, make some magic happen and probably score some points. But I think our defense can handle the first couple of games. Now, I don't know how it's going to line up.
Yeah, I mean that's the
You
thing.
know,
Tomorrow, it's hard to really guess of what it's going to look like.
yep.
Because there's so many variables. I mean, what if Duke beats Virginia, then an ACC team doesn't get in? Besides, maybe Miami.
Maybe BYU is pretty much out of it. I think since
BYU's out. You can't
they
let
got
them
blown
in.
out.
You can't let them out. The two good teams they played all year, they got beat by
Right.
and blown
Yep.
out both times.
Blown out both times. Notre Dame's played. We talked about their schedule.
Yeah, the two teams they played with the Pulse, they got beat. And so, I don't know. What the committee will make their decision tomorrow. But as far as Alabama, I think they're in. If they punish a team for playing in their conference championship game, then they just need to do away with it. I mean, it's just
Right.
then why have the SEC championship game if Alabama was in it before today? Why even play today if you have a chance of not getting in?
Why is that, John? Why
is that?
Yeah.
Name one good win for BYU.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me pull up BYU schedule real quick.
Show me a win on the road against Georgia on BYU's schedule. Show me a win on the road against a team of the caliber of Missouri on BYU's schedule.
Yeah.
Show me a win against, I don't know, any of the teams in the SEC.
Let's see. They beat 18th ranked Arizona on the road, 33-27.
Now, John, I agree with you on that, but we're past that. I mean, we're past that. I agree with you, John, on this, but we're past that. You can't.
Yeah.
So the argument's mute because we're past that and we're already at this stupid playoff. We talked about this long before we ever went to a 12-team playoff.
Mm-hmm.
I would much rather be in the age and day of college football where if you didn't win the SEC championship game, your butt was going to the house.
Yeah, I agree.
I would much rather be in that because it meant something.
Right. Yep, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, Georgia has a chance to. I mean, depending on how the Big Ten championship game goes, you could argue they could probably going to be number 2. So you're telling me you're going to leave out a team who went on the road and beat number 2 in their house?
Yeah.
And also played for their conference championship?
Mm-hmm. I mean, BYU managed, 14 points in both times they played Texas Tech. They've got 7 today. And
who was the next best team they played? Who was their best win?
15th at the time, Utah.
Okay.
Yeah, Utah.
That's equivalent to Alabama beat Missouri.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But Alabama also beat Vandy. They beat Georgia, beat Tennessee, beat LSU.
Yeah, I mean that's
BYU has no argument to me.
No. That's the only teams that they played that were ranked were Arizona, Utah, and Texas Tech. They got beat both times by Texas Tech, and they beat Utah and they beat Arizona.
Who would win, LSU or Arizona?
I think LSU.
That's possible. For all we know, they like, hey, we're in.
Right.
But I don't think that's the case. I
think they wanted to win.
I think they wanted to win. I just think the early block punt, the early interception got Alabama behind the 8 ball. Georgia's a tough team to come back on because they're so good defensively. And look, we got to give Georgia some credit. And look, Kirby was due a game like this against Alabama.
Right.
I mean, he was due a game like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get your point, but
I mean, my
they
gosh.
they have to answer. They would have to answer to some really powerful people if they left Alabama out. And I don't
Great.
mean
Yeah.
from an Alabama side. I mean
No.
from like I guarantee you Ohio State and Indiana will not like it if Alabama's left out.
Right.
Because what if it was reversed and what if Ohio State went into their game or Indiana went into this game with 2 losses tonight and they get beat?
Right. They would be wanting.
They would be wanting in too. So
Right.
they can't do it. They can't. I mean, they can do it, but if they don't want to have some extreme consequences, then Alabama will be in.
If Alabama's not in tomorrow, then Greg Sankey will cancel forever.
I mean, why
the
even
rest.
have the SEC championship game?
Right. We will never have another SEC championship game.
The only time you would have it is if both teams went into the game undefeated and there was no doubt that they were both going to be in. But if
Right.
one of the teams is on the bubble, I would
No.
say don't play it.
Right.
Both teams have agreed not to play this game.
Yep. That's right.
Grub struggled, and and
Mhm.
I'll be honest with you. Obviously, I think we still have the playoff to look forward to, and anything can happen in the playoff. I mean, Ohio State entered the playoff last year with their backs against the wall. They didn't make the Big
Right.
Ten championship game. They got beat by a Michigan team that wasn't very good last year, and they still won it all. Now, I'm not
Right.
saying Alabama can do that or will do that. What I'm saying is if you get in, you have a chance,
Right.
and that's all you can ask for.
Just get in, and then anything can happen.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, but I just don't see us not getting in. It would just be really, really bad.
Yeah. I
Thanks for being. Well, I mean, it's easy to get emotional in these moments, and look, I get emotional during the game. I'm emotional right now. I'm upset with the way we played. I'm upset with the way we executed. But you have to zoom out.
Right.
You have to zoom out. It's hard to do, but you have to zoom out and look big picture. The big picture is Alabama played what arguably a top 5 schedule in the country and went 10-3. I mean,
And
so it's easy in the moment to be super, super upset with some of the things that happened in today's game and some of the things that's happened down the stretch. But you have to look at what are some reasons behind this. We talked
mhm.
about it earlier. 5 straight SEC teams whose defenses are top 10 in the country. You could argue that Oklahoma and Georgia and Alabama are the 3 best defenses in the country. And you've played Georgia twice this year and you've played Oklahoma once. Missouri's a really good defense.
Mhm.
Auburn's a really good defense. LSU's a really good defense. So you have been through the gauntlet in terms of what your offense has had to go against. Now, look, the offense has not done anything to help themselves. Grubb has not done anything to counter how much pressure opposing defenses have brought on Alabama.
Right.
We saw it once with that bubble screen to Jeremy Bernard, and then we didn't see it anymore.
Right.
But that's the kind of stuff you have to do to back off the pressure. You also have to be able to hit the deep shots. Ty was accurate on the deep shot to Ryan, and he was accurate. He was even accurate to that one to Lottie Brooks in the end zone. Lottie half jumped with one hand up. Go up with both hands strong and actually leave the ground.
Right.
Ty was accurate on the deep throw at the end to Jeremy Bernard, hits him right in the chest. So it's so easy to get emotional and think that it's just one thing or, hey, if we just done this one thing, yes and no.
Yeah.
You have to zoom out, look big picture. Big picture is Alabama had a pretty dang good football season.
I take 10 wins every season.
I mean, 10 wins with a top 5, basically a top 5, maybe top 10 schedule in the country.
Mhm.
In this day and age of college football, you'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think DeBoer is leaving. He's not going to go anywhere.
No.
I mean,
Now look, I wanna add something. Let's talk about this, Jake. If let's just say playoffs over now. We're moving on to 2026, and you're Coach DeBoer. You're kind of looking at your program and where it's at, your staff, where it's at. What changes would you make if you were Coach DeBoer?
I know him and Grubb are great friends, but you may have to look at that. Worked out early on, but it just didn't finish like it should have. Um, you know, you got to look at offensive line coaching. Maybe look at uh I think the defensive line's gotten better, but I still feel like they can be better on the field than what they have been. Running backs, of course, we're already losing Shep, so we're going to have to bring in a good
Mhm.
wide receiver coach. But there are guys that I feel good about retaining. But special teams coach, I think, has got to make a change there. But I think with the recruits we got coming in, and we talked about this before, Stacey. Maybe it's the scheme, maybe it's the personnel that we have at offensive line right now that just doesn't mesh with what they want to do offensively, running the ball. But you see the guys that they brought in, at the offensive line, the type of guys that they want. I mean, they're not 360 pounds; they're more athletic, more 300 and 315 top pound guys. Can move in space type guys. That's what they kind of want to do in the run game. So you kind of see them trying to changing that personnel a little bit. And you got to feel good about how you look next year, whether it be Keelan Russell or Austin Mack. You've got a good situation at quarterback. Deere is probably going to be back. Daniel Hill is going to be back. Ryan Williams probably going to be back. You've got Lottie Brooks, who's stepped up big this year. You've got the pieces. You just got some pieces defensively. You've got to replace. But offensively, this team is still going to be dynamic. It's just got to get the right guys in place and maybe better play calling.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was a very politically correct way to answer that because you didn't call for anybody to be fired.
Yeah.
uh,
Well,
but I'll say
Yeah.
this. Look, I do think DeBoer needs to make some changes.
Yeah.
Now, look, I'm not the kind to. I was like this during the Pete Golden experience as defensive coordinator at Alabama because it's easy as fans to sit here and say, fire the coach,
Hmm.
swap out the quarterback,
Right.
fire the O-line coach. We need a different play caller. It's so easy to do those things. But one thing you have to remember is that we're not with that staff each and every day of the week. We don't know how much it's easy to say Grubb's a poor play caller, and I don't think he's a poor play. That's a little bit of an exaggeration, but
Right.
it's easy to blame the play calling on Grubb. But do we know for a fact that Ty's not making some changes at the line of scrimmage? So,
Right.
and I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying, have we thought about that? How much
Yeah.
of that do we know? And that's why it pisses me off that media members don't ask the right questions.
Right.
Like the first question I would ask Coach DeBoer tonight is, Coach, why would you go for it on 4th and 2 there in the game? And then when he'd answer that, I said, Coach, I have a follow up with that. Okay, you decide to go for two or go for it on 4th and 2. Why do you call a play where you're throwing the ball 40 yards in the air and you need 2 yards to pick up the first down? Was that a decision made by Coach Grubb, or was that a decision made by Ty Simpson once he got to the line of scrimmage?
Right.
Ask those questions so we know.
Yeah.
Because when we don't have all the facts, we're not making good decisions on saying, "Hey, fire a coach."
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Or change after the quarterback because we don't know the intricacies of what's going on actually.
Hmm.
We're just seeing the result. We we see the result of the play. We don't see what ended up making the decision for that play.
Right.
So that's why I tend to be less on board with changing out quarterbacks, firing coordinators, and all that mess. I'm not saying changes don't need to be made. I'm saying it at least needs to be somewhat addressed.
Hmm.
I think Grubb knows football. There's no question
Right.
about it. He knows football. I think one or two things has to happen. Grubb needs to move on, or Coach DeBoer needs to have a little bit more handle on the offense in terms of not being so aggressive on 3rd and short and 4th and short, making sure we understand we just need 2 yards.
Yeah.
We just need 2 yards.
Hmm.
Move the chains.
Right.
Um, Michael says DeBoer's a solid coach. Offensive line got overwhelmed, couldn't pick up blitzes, and receivers dropped touchdown passes. Yeah, and not to mention early game, Zay Horton dropped a dime
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I forgot about that.
down the field.
Yep. That's
And
right.
look, what if he catches that? What if that changes momentum?
It very well
Any
could.
anything can happen. So that's why I'm the one who's very reluctant to just start swapping out players all the time. I mean, we're not at practice every day.
No.
We're not at practice every day. Now in terms of the offensive line, because you brought it up, Michael brought it up there. Um, the offensive line has to be better.
Yeah.
Is Coach Cap the right guy? Maybe, maybe not. All I know is, and these are good players, but he didn't recruit Caden Proctor.
Right.
He didn't recruit Wilkin Formby. So he didn't recruit. Well, he did recruit Geno Vandermark and
Hmm.
Parker Brailsford, who's our best offensive lineman, is a Washington guy. But what I'm saying is his entire unit is not made up of guys that are his guys.
Right.
And so I want to be fair to him, but also I want to point out that it took us way too long to figure out what we're going to do on the offensive line this year.
Yep.
And so that bothers me. So maybe we do look at an offensive line coach. Maybe we do look at a new offensive coordinator. How do we place Coach Shep as the wide receivers coach? So I do think there's some position groups that probably need addressed. Um, Also, special teams. I think without question we need a different approach on special teams.
Hmm.
We're not. I mean, Talty didn't even get a chance today, but he was up and down. But I have faith that he'll be a good kicker.
Yeah.
We're not very good at punt. We're not good at punt coverage. We're not good at kick coverage. We're not good at making decisions on fielding punts.
Yeah.
I mean, so just we didn't block 3 guys on the block punt. There was 3 guys that didn't even get touched.
Right. There's no adjustments.
I
Yeah.
just special teams may not be flashy, but it can get you beat, and it got Alabama beat today.
Yep. For sure.
I would say that special teams basically cost us 14 points. Now I know the offense went for it on 4th down there, but we should not have been down there anyway.
Right.
Cole Adams should never field the ball inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah. So if you take away those 14 points, it's a 14-7 game.
Yeah. So Michael, that's why I'm almost in the boat of leaning. Let's give Cap another year.
Right.
With more of the top players that he likes to coach, and more of the top players that Coach DeBoer and Coach Grubb and this offense likes to play with.
Yep. I agree, Michael. And I let's give Cap another year. And it's and like I said earlier, let them get their guys that fits their mold of what they want to do offensively, and you may start seeing the running back play pick up a lot better next year, and you may see those holes in the offensive line get made that weren't previously there this year.
I do think the running game will be better next year because it can't be worse. I mean,
Right.
it was really bad, and a lot of it was we just didn't stick with it in certain times like the way we should have. Tonight, we should have stuck with it more tonight. I mean,
Yeah,
7
7
carries
carries.
between Deer and Hill is unacceptable,
Very. Yeah.
and that's on Grubb. That's on Grubb.
Right. Yep.
Um, Anybody else got anything in the chat? I know we kind of been all over the place in this show, but it's just it. I don't mind. I mean, you're going to get beat, especially when you play good teams all the time. And Alabama played a bunch of good teams this year, and more times than not, they came out on top. Uh, you know, they just kind of they played bad, and then they ran into a buzzsaw in Georgia.
Yeah. like you said, Georgia was due a game against us like this.
They were. I mean,
This happened today.
let's be fair. I mean, they're too good of a team, too many talented players, too good a coach. I mean, Michael, I would say
I think they're in.
I think we're in. I mean, if you want me to put a percentage on it, I'll say 95%.
I think it was 96. Coming into today.
Yeah, I don't think it dropped much.
No, I don't. I don't think the committee hold. I mean, they can't hold this against us because they said that playing your conference championship game is not going to penalize you.
I mean, why would
right?
Because then if you penalize Alabama this year, then next year, what's going to keep a team from not playing in the game?
Right.
Why would you risk it if you're already in?
If you penalize Alabama this year, you're letting Notre Dame in over us, who is not even in a freaking conference.
Mm-hmm.
It's not right. Yeah. Yep. Oh my gosh, who said that?
I mean, whatever.
Come on, man. 2 years.
Yeah, let's fire the guy who took us to the SEC championship game in his second year. Let's fire him.
I think when Saban came to Alabama, didn't he lose his first SEC championship game before he won the first one against Florida? He lost to Florida the first time, right?
Yeah.
And that was his first time going to the championship game, I think, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we should have fired Saban back then too, I guess.
Let's see here.
Yep. He's on schedule.
He's on schedule. And we have to stop talking about how he inherited a great program. He did, but my gosh, we lost like 30-something players to the portal.
Right.
So a third of the roster was freaking gone.
Mm-hmm.
And you're bringing in a whole new scheme of offense, a whole new scheme of defense. And you're telling me in year 2, after having to replace a third of your roster, you make it to the conference championship game?
Right.
I mean, how's this team soft? Where are they soft at?
Soft?
This team is anything but soft.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, but you're also entitled to be wrong.
I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I just don't see this team being soft.
This team is not soft at all.
No.
I mean, this team could have folded. They kept fighting down the stretch.
Yeah.
They kept fighting. Defense came up with a huge stop to force that punt where Cole Adams shouldn't have fielded it. I mean, that's not a soft team. That's a team that comes ready to play 4 quarters.
Right. Defense had some solid stops tonight.
Yeah, I agree. There's way too many drops, man, and it wasn't just Ryan tonight. He had one tonight, but it was everybody. Zay had one, Germ had one, Daniel Hill had 2, Akir had one, Caleb Edwards had one. So when you have 7 drop passes in a game, you're not going to beat a good Georgia team that way. That's not a recipe for success on offense.
Right. Coaching lost this game.
I would say there was some decisions that did not help for sure.
The 4th and 2, we talked about that.
But coaching decisions didn't make up for drop passes, 7 drop passes.
Yeah.
But to me, the bad coaching decision, to me, the one that's just egregious was the one where you decide to go for it on 4th down. That, to me, that's the only coaching decision to me that was just really super bad. There was no need to go for it there. You're down 2 scores with 8 minutes to go. Your defense has kept you in the game. Punt the ball, see what happens. Don't give them the ball right there.
No. And like I said, the defense, when Georgia had to drive the length of the field, they could not do it. Right. So you punt that, put them at the 35, 30-yard line and make them try to drive on you. And they couldn't do that all night. They only scored when they got short field.
Yeah. Did they have a touchdown drive over 55 yards?
I don't think so. I do not think so.
Hey, we got our first Bulldog fan in. Yeah, Alabama did look bad. No doubt about it.
Miami had more rushing yards than Bama sitting at home.
Well, yeah, I mean, they were sitting at home though.
Right. I'll say this, and it bodes well for, and I think it's a good topic
Also, I want
for.
to add this.
Go
Why are
ahead.
sack yards part of freaking rushing yards?
I don't
I
know.
mean, Ty probably lost 30 yards rushing on
Right.
sacks.
That's so that negatively looks bad
Yeah, I
on
mean,
our
it's not
rushing
like we
attack.
ran the ball good, but
Right.
it, we didn't have a lot of rushing yards because we didn't run the ball.
Yeah, we only carried the ball 7 times between our two
I
running
mean,
backs.
it's a good joke,
Yeah.
and I appreciate you being here. But
Hmm.
our running backs carried the ball 7 times.
Right. But I saw something funny as a post on X the other day. And the Georgia guy in here, he'll like this. But Vandy had their best season pretty much in history. Alabama,
Hold on one
go ahead.
second, Jake.
Go ahead.
I want to put this up. There wasn't a 12-team playoff then.
Right. There was 14.
It's totally different. It's not. That's
Yeah.
apples to oranges.
Right. But
Thank you for joining. Appreciate it.
thank you. Appreciate it.
Better team today for sure.
Yeah,
Better team
absolutely.
today.
For sure. Vandy has had their best, season ever. A&M had their best season ever. And just several other different things, but still the SEC is still run by Georgia and Alabama.
Yeah,
I love it because they're
it's
both
inevitable. I mean, it's
right.
just inevitable.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just I was like, man, that is so funny. Everybody's having these great seasons, but yet it's still Georgia and Alabama, to decide the SEC championship. Way it ought to be, honestly.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, Rick and Bonnie, I'm with you. Losing Cuevas in the last couple of weeks.
That's something we hadn't even brought up yet. I mean, not
Yeah.
having Cuevas, he was the check down guy for Ty, and
Mhm.
we missed him today and last Saturday too.
Yeah, I thought Edwards outside of that drop actually played.
He did okay.
He did
he's
okay.
a freshman, man. I mean,
Right.
he's a freshman.
But
He's going to make freshman mistakes.
But having the wherewithal when the ball got tipped up, him going up underneath it to catch it and get and at least get the first down was pretty cool. LSU fan here, Alabama. Oh,
go ahead.
Bama always dominated the run game.
Yeah, but it's a different game now. It's a different game now.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's different.
I'll say this will be my argument to that. Alabama's not running the ball good all year, but they've won 10 football games.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's a sign that you don't have to be great at running the football to have success as a team.
Right.
Does it help? Maybe. But in that first game against Georgia, Georgia ran for 200-something yards and still lost. So running the ball is important, but it's a totally different. This is not early 2000s anymore.
Right. We got some comments in here. I'm just going to say this: short yardage touchdowns. I take it anytime in the win over Bama. Yeah. So again, good game by Georgia today. Better team, better coach team for sure.
For sure.
And Kirby is got his team rolling right now. And
yeah, they're playing good ball right now.
I think
I'll say this: Alabama put a hurting on Gunner tonight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He needs some time off. He took a beating.
He did.
Everybody was talking about Ty taking a beating. Gunner took one too.
Yeah, he did. Michael brings up a good point. I wonder how well Miami would do in the SEC. I wonder how good Notre Dame would do in the SEC.
Well, they lost to the team that finished fourth in the SEC.
Right. So,
yeah, there's the potential of it.
Yep.
Shout out to the Georgia Bulldog fans in here for being polite.
Absolutely.
And not rubbing it in.
Yep.
Yeah, Georgia did have a good game plan.
Oh, yeah.
And that's I guess that's what bothers me most is there was no counter to it from Grubb.
Yeah.
You counter pressure by quick game, by rolling the pocket. We didn't do any of that.
No. We had that one little jet sweep with Ryan. They got on the outside and got some yards until he stepped out of bounds. We ran that play one time.
Yeah, I just don't think we do enough offensively to counter what the opposing defenses are doing.
Right. Yep.
I want to get up here. I mean, who's in
why
over?
not?
Who's in
Right.
over?
You can't make the argument for BYU. They're out. They got toasted today. And I know the score, and no disrespect to the Georgia Bulldog fans, and
Yeah,
y'all
yeah.
won 28-7, but that game was closer than the 28-7, final on the field.
Yeah, it was a little bit closer
Yeah.
than that.
Texas Tech steamrolled BYU today, especially in the second half.
Yeah.
So Miami's sitting at home, Notre Dame sitting at home, Vandy sitting at home. Who else is up there? Texas
Oklahoma's
sitting
at home.
Right.
But Oklahoma's in. I mean, they're
Oklahoma's in regardless, but still. Who do you put in over Alabama at this situation?
Alabama's got a top 10, maybe top 5 strength of schedule when it's all said and done.
Has a win over the number 4 team, probably going to be the number 3 or number 2 team after tonight.
After tonight, Georgia will be number 2.
Yeah.
Mark it down.
Yep.
Georgia's going to be number 2 in tomorrow's poll. So one of our losses came to number 2, and one of our losses is going to come to another top 10 team. Notre Dame, Alabama's got some wins over some real high quality teams, including a win over number 2. Notre Dame has a big win over who? Pitt? UC?
Right. Not impressive. Yeah.
Thank you.
For real.
They gave up. They scored a fourth quarter touchdown and dropped another touchdown in the fourth quarter.
Right.
The defense got a big stop in the fourth quarter and when it was a 2-possession game. They did not give up.
The team fought all night.
Georgia executed and Alabama didn't.
Right.
I mean,
simple as that.
Sometimes we try to overcomplicate every dadgum thing on this earth. And rarely is a college football team going to roll out there and not give effort. You know why? Because they're freaking competitors.
Right.
That's such a lazy take to me. Nobody gave up. Georgia executed. Alabama didn't.
Right.
Plain and simple.
Then that's just the gist of it.
Plain and simple.
Plain and simple.
I mean, it's like basketball games. You either make your shots or you don't.
Yeah.
And that determines who wins the game and who loses.
Right.
I mean, it's you can talk about all the nuances and all this stuff too, but I hate when people bring up effort.
Yeah.
These are some of the most competitive people on the face of the earth. You don't make it on scholarship at Alabama. You don't make it on scholarship at Middle Tennessee State if you are not one of the most competitive people on planet Earth.
Right.
Because you can't reach that type of peak athleticism, that type of peak accomplishment as an athlete without having a competitive spirit. So I always hate when people talk about effort. It's about execution.
Yeah.
Georgia did tonight. Alabama didn't. Plain and simple.
Yeah. Michael, Georgia is the 3 best teams in the nation. Yeah.
If Georgia's not number 2,
you're right.
They're doing it wrong.
Right. Yeah, Rick and Bonnie, thank you will tomorrow for sure.
And so will the Big Ten commissioner.
Right. Yeah.
Because it could be his conference next year.
Exactly. Wow.
Love all the interaction in the chat. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank y'all. It's and again, thank you, the Georgia Bulldog fans, for being in. We appreciate it. I have all the respect for Kirby Smart.
Absolutely. This is a great point. I mean, this is DeBoer's first SEC championship game. What is his Kirby's? If you include his time as the defense coordinator in Alabama.
Oh yeah,
the 10th, probably.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, but who's better? But I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying who can you unequivocally say is better than Alabama?
Right. I mean, no offense, brother, but Alabama went to your house and beat
Yeah,
you.
I mean, that
mean,
should count. That
right.
should count for something. It's
Yeah.
not okay, you can't say who's the best teams right now because it's a
Mhm.
body of work
Right.
thing.
They don't go by
If that was the
you know,
case, then you wouldn't start playing games till December.
and if it goes by a week to week basis, then we shouldn't be playing tonight at all.
Kirby is a top-notch coach. Yeah,
Absolutely.
he's the best coach in the country.
Yeah, he's the best one in the country right now for sure. You're right. Alabama just didn't execute. Georgia won the game more. Sorry, I'm sorry, I was sounding pathetic.
I don't think you were sounding pathetic.
No, I don't. No, for sure. Thank you for joining. I
Yeah.
just,
I don't it's I just think it's I just don't think it's a good observation these kids are competitors. They're not going to give up.
no.
At least not on purpose. Like it might be a subconscious thing, where in the back of your mind, you're like, man, this game's over, but I'm going to keep playing. But
Right,
they didn't go out there and said, man, this game's over. I ain't
right,
playing no more. It wasn't
right.
nothing like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, just
no, you're right.
disappointed because they didn't execute what was there. Kirby is coaching. Yeah,
I mean,
that's a big
dude,
difference.
the dude is been around the block a few times in championship games. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, good night. He knows how to win on the big stages for sure. So it's
Man, was Georgia not do a freaking win against Alabama?
yeah. Well, Kirby was at that moment or at that time.
Was
What
it 1-7,
1-7? Now he's
2-7?
2-7. But yeah, it just felt like, and we depending on how it all plays out tomorrow, which again I think Alabama's in. If it comes down to a national championship game between Georgia and Alabama,
Oh my
round
gosh.
3, my gosh, let it play out on the field again. We'll see how it goes, but it's man, it's Kirby has got that team.
They're playing good right now.
They're playing really good. That defense has come alive in the last second half of the season for sure.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anybody got anything else before we start to wrap this reaction show up? I did not realize we've gone for nearly an hour.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We keep messing. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. It would just, and not only the SEC, I'm telling you, think about it from the Big Ten's perspective. Because to me, the Big Ten and the SEC they're
The
far and
top two.
away the top
Yep.
two conferences. It's not even close.
Hmm.
And it could very well happen to them next year where an Ohio State or a Michigan or an Indiana or whoever enters their conference championship game with 2 losses and loses that game. And I'm going to be sitting here again saying, you cannot punish them when Notre Dame's sitting at the house.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Another good point on wide receiver coach multitasking. Yeah. And how the heck has nobody got Glenn Schumann yet?
No kidding.
Does he not? I mean, maybe he don't want to be a head coach.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they've called and he's like, no, I'm good where I'm at. When that's great for
he's making good money, got good job security.
Yeah, for sure. But he's coming to his own for sure. I really like Glenn Schumann.
Yeah, he's a good coach. I have so much respect for Georgia.
I do too.
It's hard for me to hate Georgia because I have so much respect for their coaching staff.
Yeah, me too.
And I know Bobo gets a lot of crap, but for the style that Kirby wants to play, he's the perfect match for the Georgia play caller.
Hey, he was doing good tonight. Had some good calls tonight.
Anybody else got anything to add before we wrap it up?
Yeah, almost an hour. I didn't realize it.
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing.
Yeah. Gunner Stockton, man, he battled, but I mean, he didn't have great numbers. I mean, he was accurate 20 of 26, but he only had 156 yards passing.
Right.
But man, he battled. He took some licks though. Licks. I want to, before we close out, just kind of a message to the Alabama fans, and I kind of talked about it in the middle of the show. and I know fan is short for fanatical,
Yeah.
but we have to stop being so emotional, not only during the game, but in the post game. You, it's a long freaking season. It's a long season. If I were to reverse time back to August, what day? 31st.
Yep.
We lose to Florida State in Tallahassee, get our butts kicked. And I tell you, well, Alabama's gonna and I in my being able to tell the future, I tell you, well, Alabama's fisting to go finish the year, the regular season 10-2, playing a top 10 schedule in the country. They beat Georgia on the road in Athens at night. What would you say to me? Would you
Mm.
believe me?
Mm. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably
And
not.
then I say, and we done enough to earn a chance to win the SEC championship game.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you have to take a bigger picture view.
Right.
Just a big picture view. If Alabama gets in the playoff, every single thing they want to accomplish is still ahead of them.
Mm-hmm. Right. And
Yeah, they did tonight for sure.
They did, but if you look at the numbers, the
Yeah.
total yardage, Alabama had 209 total yards, which is worrisome, but Georgia only had 297 total yards too. So, I mean, the
And they
score,
ran about 25 more plays than Alabama.
right? So the score looks bad,
Yeah.
but if you look at it, it's Alabama played as bad as they have on offense, and was two big key plays. It should have been 14-7. Honestly,
appreciate you joining, JP.
Yep.
Really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good point. All without a running game. Yeah, can
Yep.
we stop blaming Ty when basically the entire success of the offense is put on his shoulders because we don't? Not only, I don't want to say we can't run the football. We don't run the football.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Same here. Same here. Same here. Because there's never any shame to losing to Georgia.
No.
Now, you can be ashamed of how your team played, but not losing to Georgia. I mean, like.
Yeah, you can't. No.
Yes, let's put in a team that Alabama beat.
Yeah. I can't believe you're a supposedly, Tennessee fan. You're lobbying for, Vandy.
Well,
who destroyed y'all, by the way. But
well, you summed it all up with Tennessee fan.
You're right. Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kirby did learn.
Yeah, and that once again, no counter from Grubb to the pressure from Georgia.
Right.
No counter.
None.
Vanderbilt should be in. To me, Vandy has a better case than Notre Dame or Miami.
Yeah, I agree.
Better strength of schedule, better wins.
Right. Yeah. I mean, who have they lost to?
Vandy?
Yeah.
They lost to Texas and Bama.
That's it. Yeah. One is Alabama is probably going to be the playoff team, and Texas is on the outside right now looking in.
Both games on the road.
Both games
against really good teams.
Yeah. Michael. Oh man, that's funny.
Leave it to a Vols fan to. I mean, like Alabama and Georgia fans are getting along during this whole chat. Leave it to a Tennessee fan to come in here and let loose the most idiotic chat of the entire show. We went an hour before something like that happened. Leave it to a Tennessee fan.
Yeah.
Who finished 8-4.
Right.
Got beat by Bama, beat by Georgia, beat by Vandy.
Right.
So, how about you sit this one out, Tennessee?
Well, they are. They're going to be going to you know, they're going to be going to like the Lyre Crest Bowl or something.
The Cheez-It Bowl.
Cheez-It Bowl. Duke Mayo's Bowl, maybe. You remember, see Josh Heupel winning that and getting dunked in Mayo.
It might improve his look.
It might, but God, they have enough mayo to put over him. Big old boy.
All right, guys. We really appreciate everybody who joined the show today. A lot of fun. Y'all made it fun despite the losing effort from Alabama. Look, 10-3, 1-1 versus Georgia this year, beating them on the road. That's got to count for something.
Right.
You beat a good Vandy team. You beat a good Missouri team. You beat who did we beat in that stretch? It's so hard to keep up with. It's been so long. But I mean, just yeah, I mean that is something that I thought we'd do, but we did early in the game, and then I think the game just kind of got away from Alabama. It's what it felt like. Just got away from Alabama.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you do like, share, and subscribe. If you're watching the post live show, jump in the comment section. Give us your thoughts, good, bad, or indifferent. We would appreciate that. If you haven't already, subscribe to us on the podcast platforms as well. We're free and available wherever you get those: Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music, just wherever you get your podcast. Search Tide Talk Live. Leave us those written reviews. That really helps us out. When you leave us a review on Apple or Spotify, that promotes our show to other Alabama fans or SEC football fans. So help us in that. It's completely free. Just helps us out, helps grow the channel, and helps us all deliver a better show. So we appreciate that, guys, so much. Rick and Bonnie, JP, Tommy, Kevin, Michael, everybody that joined the live chat, we appreciate you guys so much. I'll be at church tomorrow when the playoffs are announced. We'll try to do a show if we can tomorrow afternoon, whatever we got to do to work something out to give our reaction to what the committee decides to do. But we're confident Alabama gets in. I think you should be confident too. But thank you so much for tuning in. Jake, unless you have anything else to add, we're going to sign off.
I just want to say that right here real quick. 100%.
We should just end every show that we can end every show that day. At least we're not Auburn.
Oh man, we may have to do a show, within the next couple of weeks about all the coaching changes and just an SEC show and talk about all that. So yeah, that'd be a fun show just until we play again. But anyway, I enjoyed it. Thank you guys. It's been great. Hopefully we can try to do something tomorrow afternoon, reacting to the news. But I'm with you, Stacy. I think Alabama's going to be in, and we'll just see who we're going to be matched up with, and then we can start, playing and talking about the preview of that. So I'm excited.
All right, guys. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Should not have put that up.
I know, yeah.
All right, guys. We appreciate y'all more than you know. We'll see you real soon. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.